Hey, what's up guys, welcome to Cubic Soul YouTube channel, and in today's video I will teach you how you can create this type of portfolio design using HTML and CSS only. And this is a responsive design. You can see that if I will open this on mobile device, this design will look like this, and on hover we have this type of effect on our card. And here you can see that we have skill bar, and if I will refresh you can see that our skills bar have this type of animation. So friends, video is going to be more important, and before start I request to subscribe to our YouTube channel for our regular videos. Let's start. So friends, first of all you can see that I have a folder on my desktop, and in this folder I have three files. The one is index.html, the second is style.css, and the third is a profile picture that we are going to use in this video. Next you can see that I have opened this folder in Visual Code Studio, and to the right side you will able to see the output. First of all I will create a basic structure of HTML here and type a title here, portfolio design, using HTML and CSS. Next I will link the style.css with this HTML code. Next, inside the body element create a div with class container. Create another div with class profile card. Create another div with class profile image, and here I have to type the image element. Next we have to type here the image name, which is profile.jpg. So I will type here profile.jpg. So you can see the profile image in the output. It's too big, but we will make it completely responsive using CSS. Next, outside this profile image class, we have to create another div with class profile detail. Type here h1 and type the profile name. Create a p element here. Type the designation of your profile. In the output, you can see that we have profile name and its designation. Next, we have to create another div with class social media. In this project, I am going to use font awesome icons. So first of all, we need to add the font awesome CDN. To add this, open the Google and search here font awesome CDN. Click the first website. Website name is cdnjs.com. Scroll up and here click on copy link tag. Paste this link in your head section, and now we can use the font awesome icons in our project. Next, open the new tag and search here font awesome icons. Click on the first link, and here you can see the library. You can see all available font in your CDN here. So suppose if I want to display a Facebook icon here, I can search here for Facebook, and here you can see that this website is displaying me the available icons. So suppose I want to use this icon, just click on the icon and click on this I element to copy this HTML code and paste this here, and in the output you can see that we have a Facebook icon. Similarly, copy this I element and paste 5 times. Here I will type Dribble, Instagram, YouTube, and Stack Overflow. So we have 5 social media icons here. Next, outside this profile detail class, we have to create another div with class profile buttons. Inside this, I will create 2 buttons. The class of first button would be download CV, and here I will type the text download CV. Next, create the second button. Give a class like contact me and type the text contact me. So here you can see that we have 2 buttons in the output. So this code was for the left side, and next we have to write the code for right side. So create a div here with class profile description. Write the description word in short words like DESC. Create a div inside this with class title. Type here h3 about me, and we have to type this about word in a span element. We will change the color of this text in CSS. Next, outside this title class div, we have to create another div with class profile about. Create a p element here with some dummy text of lorem ipsum. I will remove some paragraph because I think this text is enough for profile description. Next, create another div with class skills. Create a div here with class skills wrapper, and in this div we will write the code for display skill bars. Next, outside this profile about class div, we have to create another div with class skills icon. Create a div here with class first. Inside this, type I and give a class to this like FA brands, FA Google Play. You can see a Play Store icon here. Next, I will create another div with class second here and type here I element. Type here a class like FA globe. So friends, you can see a globe icon here. Next, create a P element here and type web development, and create another P element here and type app development. So we have done with our HTML code, and inside this div we will write the HTML code for our skills bar later. Now we have to open the style.css. So first of all, type here root and type color primary. So this is a CSS variable, and in this variable I will store a color code. Next, type here star, padding 0, margin 0, box sizing border box, and font family. We are going to use a Google font in our project. So first of all, we need to add that font. Open the Google and search here Google Fonts. Click on the first link and click on these three bars. Select fonts. Here you will see the library of Google Fonts. Here you can search for your desired font. Like I'm going to search for Poppins. Here is my font. Click on this font, and this is the preview. Scroll up, select regular 400. Click on this and click on select extra light 200. Click on view selected families icon. Click import. Copy this link and paste this in the first line of your CSS. Next, copy this font family property and paste this here. Now this font will be implemented on our each HTML element in our page. You can see that the font design is changed and these elements are looking better than before. Next, copy this body element, paste here and type display flex, justify content center, align item center, and background color. Type this color code. So basically these three properties are to align our content in the center position of our screen. Next, temporarily here I will type for width 100 pixel and height 100 pixel, or I can remove the height attribute. So you can see the complete content in our output, and later we will remove this attribute. Next, copy container class and paste this class here and type display flex, justify content center, flex wrap, and flex direction row. This property will make our content in a center position, and this property represents that we are going to use CSS flexbox system for our class container, and flex wrap property will move our content to the next row if our content will be bigger than available container. So next, type here background color white, margin 50 pixel. So you can see that our content have a margin of 50 pixel from all sides. And next, type here border radius 10 pixel. So you can see the border radius around our cards. Next, copy this profile card class, which is the left part of our design. So copy this and paste this in your CSS file and type here height 100%, width 40%, overflow hidden, position relative, background color would be white, transition 0.5 second. So it means that our hover effect will be implemented in 0.5 seconds to our this element. Z index 1, it means that this layer will be displayed in the top front to the user. And next, type here border right 1 pixel, solid RGBA, type here 0 in 3 colors, and the opacity would be 0.1. So you can see a border here around our this card. Now I need to open the output on a big screen and the code on a big screen so you can see them correctly or in a better way. Next, type here border top left radius 10 pixel and border bottom left radius 10 pixel. So here you can see that this border left and top left radius is 10 pixel now. Next, copy this profile description class, which is basically the right part of our design. So copy this and paste this here and type position relative and width 60%. So now you can see that our right part is on the right side of our design. Next, we have to add the hover effect on this card. To do this, simply copy this profile card class, paste here and type :hover box shadow. This property is to add the shadow effect on our card. So I will type here box shadow 0 pixel, 0 pixel, 10 pixel. Copy this color code, paste here. This is the color of our shadow, and change the opacity to 2. So now you can see that when user will hover on our card, it will have a shadow effect. Next type here, transform scale 1.07. So now you can see that our card is scaling a little bit, but you can see that the border top right and border bottom left right are not rounded. We have to make them rounded as well. So type here border radius 10 pixel. So now you can see that our all borders are rounded. Next we have to work on our this profile picture. So simply copy this profile image class, paste here and type width 100%, height 300 pixel, overflow hidden, border bottom left radius 50%, and border bottom right radius 50%. And next we have to remove this width attribute from our image element. So you can see the element currently the image is not displaying. So first of all we have to copy this image element, paste this here, and before this copy this and paste this here and type width 100%, height 100%, and object fit cover. So now you can see that our image is looking good. Basically the object fit property will fit your image within its container in a responsive way. You can also use the object fit property if you are using a background video, because it helps us to put the image and the video to make responsive and fit in with the available container in a smart way. Next we have to design our this part. So simply copy the profile detail class, paste this class here and type text align center. So you can see that our content is in the center. Next copy this h1 element, paste here, copy this class and paste here and type margin 20 pixel, 0 pixel for top, 0 for right, 20 pixel for top, 0 for right, 0 for bottom, and 0 for left. Next type letter spacing 2 pixel, color, copy this color code and paste here and change the opacity to 0.8. So you can see the output. Next type here font weight 200. So you can see the output. Next open index.html and copy this p element and paste this element here and copy profile detail class and paste here and type color variable color primary. So this is the variable that we have defined in our top side here under this root section. This is the color code of our color primary, and type margin top 0. You can see the output. The color of our this p element is changed now. Next we have to design these social media icons. To do this, copy this social media class, paste this class here and type margin top 30 pixel, and before this copy this profile detail class and paste here. Similarly copy these two classes and paste them here, and then copy this I element under social media class and paste here and type color, copy this color code, paste here, change the opacity to 0.7, margin 0 for top and 10 pixel for right and left. So you can see the output. Next type cursor pointer, font size 1.2 rem and transition 0.5. So this property is telling that how much time our hover effect will took to complete it. So now you can see the output. Next we have to add the hover effect on these icons. To do this, simply copy these three words, paste them here and type colon hover. Here I will type transform translate y. I think we should use here scale property 1.3. So you can see that now our icons will look like this on hover. Next I will type here color variable color primary. So you can see that their color is changing on hover. Next we have to design these two buttons. To do this, simply I will copy this profile button class, paste this class here, and before this copy the profile detail class and paste here and type margin top 50 pixel, height 60 pixel, and display flex. You can see the output. I will zoom out my screen to 150%. Next we have to design these buttons. To design them, first of all I will copy the class of my first button, paste this class here, and before this copy these two classes and paste them here to maintain the hierarchy. So I will type here height 100%, width 50%, outline none, and border none, because we did not need any border around our button. So you can see the current output. Due to 50% width, it is getting the 50% of available place in our card. Next type here, letter spacing 1 pixel, text transform uppercase, and border top 1 pixel solid. Copy this color code and paste here and change the opacity to 0.1. So by typing this border property, you can see a light border to our this button, this border top. And similarly, we have to copy this property, paste here, and change this border right. So you can see border right here. You will see when we will remove this outline and border from our this contact me button. Next, we have to type here cursor pointer. So you can see that our cursor will look like this when user will hover on this button. Next, simply copy this contact me class, paste here, and before this, copy these two classes and paste them here. It is better to add this hierarchy, that it means that we are telling our browser that we are only going to style our this button that exists under this class, and this class is exist under this class. Your style will never mess up if you will use the proper hierarchy. So the design of this button will remain same. Simply we have to copy this, paste here, and remove this border right property. So friends, you can see the output. We have a contact me and download CV beautiful button. So friends, we have designed the left part of our design. Now we have to move towards our right part. To do this, simply I will copy this title class, paste here, and before this, copy this profile description class and paste here. Here we have to type height 80 pixel, padding left 30 pixel. You can see a padding here, font size 1.5 rem. It is better to assign the font size to in rem than pixels, because in short words, just you should remember that rem is better than pixel if you are making a responsive design. And nowadays you can see that all our websites, you have to make them responsive for mobile devices, for desktop, and for laptop as well. So it is better to use rem. Next, we have to type here border bottom 1 pixel solid RGBA. Copy this color code, paste here, and remain the opacity to 0.1. So here you can see that we have a border bottom here. Next, type here display flex and justify content. Just type here align item center. So you can see that our about me is center in its available space. Next, copy this span element, paste here, and tell the CSS that this span element is exist in these two classes. Type here color variable color primary and margin right 5 pixel. So you can see that its color is changed and now it have a margin right of 5 pixel. Next, copy this profile about class, paste here, and before this, copy this profile description class and paste here, and type display flex justify content then space between and align item center. So currently our this skill element have no content. I will just type a temporary content here, like I will type here temporary, wrong spelling, but I want to show you that currently you can see that our temporary is here. You can type here flex direction row. I think that we have to give style first of all to our p element to work this in a proper way. So simply copy this p element, paste here, and before this, copy these two classes and paste them here. Type width 50%, padding 30 pixel, color. I will copy this color code, paste here, and change the opacity to 0.5. Friends, basically there was an error. I was removed this profile about class. That's why the code was not working. But now if I will place a dummy data here like temporary, so you can see that this word is to the right side, and this is because of these three properties. I'm using CSS flexbox system here. So next, to make this paragraph more beautiful, we need to add two CSS more properties. The one is letter spacing 0.5 pixel and line height 2. You can see the output. Hit the like button if you like these two properties to make your paragraph more beautiful. Next, I will copy this skills class and remove this p element, which was a temporary element. Paste this class here, and before this, copy these two classes and paste them here. Type width 50%. So 50% width is aligned to our this part. I know that you are not seeing this, but to see them, first of all, we need to add the HTML content inside this skill wrapper class. To add the content, first of all, I will type here div.bar So this div with class bar and its inner content will represent our each skill bar. So here I will type for suppose div dot info, create a span element here and type here HTML. Next, outside this, create another div with class progress bar, type here span and type here a class like HTML. So this is the code for one progress bar. Next, copy this and paste this here, type here CSS and change this word to CSS. Next, again paste this and type here JavaScript and type here a class JavaScript. The word JavaScript class is in lowercase. So next, open the style.css and here first of all we need to add a title here under this skills class. So type here h3 and skills. Next, copy this h3 element, paste here, and before this copy these classes and paste them here and type margin top 20 pixel, margin left 10 pixel and color. Copy this and paste this color code here and change the opacity to 0.8. So you can see the output for our this h3 element. Next, we have to design this skills bar. To do this, first of all, simply copy this skills wrapper class and place this class here and type here padding 0 and 20 pixel. Next, copy this bar class and paste this class here, and before this copy this skills wrapper class and paste this class here and type margin 20 pixel for top and bottom and 0 pixel for right and left. So here you can see the output. Next, copy this progress bar class, paste here, and before this copy these two classes and paste them here and type width 100%, height 10 pixel, background color, type this color code, border radius 10 pixel and position relative and overflow hidden. So you can see the output. Because it's in the span element, we have to assign position absolute, so that's why we need to give position relative to this our progress bar class. And overflow hidden properties means that the content that will overflow will never display to the user. So next, I have to copy this span element, paste this element here, and before this copy these three classes and paste them here and type position absolute. So these two position properties are working together. Height would be 100%, border radius 10 pixel and background color primary. Next, I will type here a temporary property like width 70%. So you can see the output. And next we have to create an animation for our this. To create the animation, I will create here a keyframe like animate skill 100% transform scale x 1, and here I have to type transform scale x to 0, and here I have to type here animation, the animation name, copy this animation name and paste this here 1 second cubic bezier, type here 1 0 0.5 and 1 and type here forwards. So we have to change this BA to BE to correct the spelling. So friends, now you can see the output. Our animation will look like this. Next, first of all, I have to copy this HTML class, paste this class here and copy this complete span element with hierarchy and paste this here and type width 90% and remove this width property. I was told you that we have write it temporarily. So now you can see the output. The profile have 90% of skill in HTML. Similarly, we have to copy this and paste here 2 times, and from here we have to copy this CSS class, paste this class here, and next copy this JavaScript class and paste this class here and change the width to 80% and 70%. So friends, you can see the output. Now we have beautiful skill bar with this animation. Next, we have to design our these two buttons, app development and mobile development. So to design these icons, first of all, copy this skills icon class, paste this class here, and before this copy this profile description class and paste here. Here we have to type position absolute because we have to align these buttons in the bottom position. That's why we need to assign position absolute and one more property which is bottom 0. So you can see the output. Now our these two buttons are in the bottom position. Next, type here width 100%, border top 1 pixel solid. Copy this color code and paste here, and we change the opacity to 0.1, so you can see the output. Next we have to type here display flex, justify content space between, and align items center. To align this button is exactly the first button to the left side and the second button to the right side. Next, copy this first class, paste this class here, and before this copy these two classes and paste them here. Type width 50%, text align center, padding 15 pixel for top and bottom, and 0 pixel for right and left. Now you can see that our this app development button will look like this. And at last we have to type here border right 1 pixel solid. Copy this color code and paste here. Now you can see that we have a border right to our this app development icons and this title. Next we have to copy this I element, paste this element here, and before this copy all these classes and paste them here, and type here margin bottom 10 pixel, padding 15 pixel, color white, border radius 50%, display inline block, and background color would be color primary, and font size 20 pixel. So now you can see that our this app development button will look like this. Similarly, we have to copy this second class, paste this class here, and before this we have to copy these classes, paste them here. Next we have to copy these three properties and paste them here. Now you can see that our output will look like this. Similarly, we have to copy this I element, paste this here, and before this add these three classes and paste them here. Inside this we have to copy them, or friends we can do one thing. I will remove this and I will remove this first class from here, and now you can see that our this style will be implemented on our both I elements which we want. Next, open index.html and copy this p element, paste here, and before this copy these two classes and paste them here. Type here color. I will copy this color code, paste here, and change the opacity to 0.7, and type here font size 1.3 rem. So you can see the output. So friends, we have done with our code. Next we have to make this responsive, because currently you can see that on mobile devices our output will look like this, which is not looking good right now. To make this responsive, I will use CSS media queries. I will type here media maximum width 767 pixel, and inside this I will copy this container class and paste here and type flex direction column, because before this here you can see that our flex direction was row, but now we have to change this to column. So now you can see that these two parts will look to the top and bottom. Next, copy this profile card class, paste here and type here width 100%, border top right radius 10 pixel, and border bottom left radius 0 pixel. So you can see that now our this card will look like this on mobile devices. Next, copy this profile card class, paste here and type colon hover, border radius 10 pixel. So you can see that on hover their border radius will look like this. Next, scroll down and copy this profile description class, paste this class here and type width 100%. So you can see the output. Next, copy this skill icons class, paste here. The skills icon class is the parent class of our these two buttons, app development and web development. So here I have to type position static. You have to make this remember that our each CSS element have position static by default. And before this class I will add the container class. So now you can see that it is looking better than before. Similarly, I need to copy this container class, paste here and paste here, because all these classes are exist inside our container class. Next, copy this profile about class and paste here, and before this copy this container class and paste here and type flex direction column. So now you can see that this skill bar and this paragraph is looking top and bottom. Next friends, copy this p element, paste this element here, and before this copy these two classes and paste them here. Type here width 100%. Now you can see that our paragraph will look like this. And next we have to copy this skills class, paste here and before this copy these two classes and paste them here and type width 100%, margin 30 pixel for top and bottom and 0 pixel for right and left, and next we have to type here padding 0 and 30 pixel. So friends, you can see that now these will look like this. Next we have to make these words a little bit shorter, so I need to copy this p element, paste here. Next copy this skills icons class, paste this class before this p element, and next I will copy this profile about class and paste this class here. Here I will type font size 1.3 rem. Sorry friends, we have to remove this profile about class, or friends we can simply copy this hierarchy and paste here. Now you can see that it has applied to our these words. Their font size is changed to 1 rem. So friends, I hope you must enjoyed this video. If you have any question, you can ask us in the comment section. We will try to answer your question. And please share this video with your those friends who want to learn web designing, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for our regular videos. And here you can see that our this design will look like this on desktop devices. I have zoomed in my screen to 150%. And finally, thanks for watching.